Calgary Council's climate emergency declaration is again in the crosshairs as a proposal seeks to rescind the action and audit any spending connected to it. Jordan Kanygin is at City Hall tonight, and Jordan, Council will debate ending the declaration next week.
Tara, earlier this morning, it was a committee that agreed to put this issue to council for a full debate. And it is worth noting that 3 out of the 4 councillors who have put forth this motion to rescind that declaration actually voted in favor of implementing it in the first place 4 years ago. The sitting members of Communities First are pitching the idea of ending the climate emergency declaration immediately. They also want a full audit of what the city has spent on climate policies in the last 4 years to determine if it's been worth it and whether it's contributed to increased spending. The motion says Calgary's Climate and Environment Unit has $26 million operating budget and has also spent $22 million in capital spending this year. Councillor Sonia Sharp, who voted in favor of the declaration in 2021, says she can admit her misstep and things have changed. Meantime, the mayor says the action shows the city is taking climate change seriously and calls this latest motion politicking just weeks ahead of an election.
So I think people are waffling and flip-flopping because we are getting into an election season. So whatever is populist and can stir the pot and get you some news headlines is the way some people choose to go.
What I'll say is it's more of the political stunt of staying in your lane. And there is great work we're doing to reduce our own emissions as a corporation. But what did this declaration actually mean, and did we need it?
Now, a major issue some of the councillors have is the use of the word emergency in this declaration. They say that the city should have climate policies and should do climate mitigation planning. They just shouldn't treat it as an emergency. And they argue that the use of that word is actually impacting the amount of funding the city can get through the province. Now, if council does approve this notice of motion to repeal that emergency declaration, it does not mean that climate planning will come to an end here in Calgary. Most of that will continue, and some councillors say it will continue just as it did prior to 2021 without that formal declaration. Tara?
Okay, Jordan Kanygin at City Hall. Jordan, thank you.